Hey everyone, welcome to this DVD update. Big DVD update, as you can see. A lot of DVDs. And yes, most of these have been DVD fabbed, some through Windows DVD Maker. So do not criticize on that. So let's take a look at what we have here. Let's take a look at the small section first. We'll take a look at the DVD fabs and the Windows DVD Maker version. And it's over here. First off, we got a big one in Lincoln. This was rented through Netflix and DVD fabbed. But yes, we do have it. My mom wanted me to get it. But when I told her how long it is, she's like, whoa. But yeah, she'll probably watch it, but she's going to have to take her time in watching it. But we got Lincoln now. Then recently, as of yesterday, we got Parental Guidance, which is supposed to be funny. Parental Guidance with Billy Crystal and Bette Midler. And then, of course, also as of yesterday, we have Gangster Squad. Sort of a mixed bag, according to some people, but I think it looks pretty good. And then, of course, through the Windows DVD Maker, we have Enchanted. Now, the thing is, long story short about Enchanted, I had the movie basically through torrents and through Magic DVD Ripper. The Magic DVD Ripper allowed me to rip the actual DVD onto into a MPEG. So there you go. And then recently my older sister said she wanted a copy because my nephew, who, right now they're both in Disneyland, wanted to see Enchanted, so I made more than just one. But there you go. That's good for that side. Put them over here. And then we have the ones that were bought. First of all, we have Dean and His Friends. This was bought at Walmart for about $9.95. It's got some exclusive episodes for, I guess, because it's being sold at Walmart. As you can see, it's a timeline. It's basically one of them that they always sell. They always do paid advertisements for. So I saw it there, and I figured my mom, she likes Dean Martin. Might as well, get it for her and have her enjoy it. Especially now that we have a HD TV, she can give it, get better enjoyment out of stuff like this. So there's Best of Dean and His Friends. And then, out of the $5 bin, we've got Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. This came out around 1968, I believe. My mom was just graduating. And it's presented in full screen, but it's a good movie. It's a classic movie. It's really good. And I'm glad to have it. I mean, this was at a time, ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest. This was at a time when I think it was MGM that brought this out. I'm not really sure if it was MGM or Fox. But one of them. It was at a time when Disney and MGM were basically like the family, like the entertainment center for family movies. So there you go with that. And then my mom, because she likes Barbara Streisand and thought this looked pretty good, decided to get, my mom got this herself, The Guilt Trip. And she did watch it, but she fell asleep watching some of it. And it is funny, there's no doubt about it. It is funny, there's no doubt about that. But yeah, she wanted to get it because, like I said, she likes Streisand and, Seth Rogen It's supposed to be a funny guy. So yeah, there you go. Guilt trip. And then out of the $5 bin, I got this for the family. I Am Legend. Now, the thing about I Am Legend is I do have it. I did have it before, but I recorded it because I think this is a Warner Brothers deal. And basically, when I had my ILO recorder, I was able to transfer this onto another DVD just by recording it from one DVD player to a DVD recorder, which was the ILO recorder, but not anymore. And let's just say the ILO didn't do such a good job. I mean, you could see the picture, you can hear what they're saying, but you have the air in the background. And that sometimes is a distraction. But we got I Am Legend. And you see you got this little advertisement for the digital stuff from VDU. And there it is, I Am Legend DVD. That's good. And that's the family stuff. Put that down here along with the rest of the family stuff. As my mom says, we got a lot of DVDs, we just need to take time to watch them. Hold on for a second. Alright. Next up is my section of DVDs, if you will. And we're going to start over here with a bunch of Scooby. Now, some of these I may have done already in a DVD update, and if not, I apologize. So, here's what we have. First up, we have Scooby-Doo can't even pronounce it. Scooby-Doo Abracadabra-Doo. Yeah, Abracadabra-Doo. I'm always thinking something else. We have Abracadabra-Doo. Then we have Scooby-Doo and the Samurai Sword. Right here. Then we have Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King. Right there. And I also have Big Top Scooby-Doo too, so I don't know if I showed you that one yet or not. But I do have Big Top Scooby-Doo as well. Big Top Scooby-Doo. Hold on, let me get that just so I can prove it. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to go get it. But yeah, just to let you know, Big Top Scooby-Doo right there. Then here we have Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King. Then here we have Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster. This is the one actually where they started appearing in the movies with their What's New designs, especially Daphne and Fred. Then we have Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Vampire. Little short story on this. I had this movie before on DVD, but then because of financial reasons, I think I was still working as well, but due to financial reasons, even with that, I had to sell it back. So there you go. Legend of the Vampire. And then speaking of vampires, I think I talked about this one yet, I'm not sure. But we have Scooby-Doo and the Music of the Vampire. Then we have what many consider the only Scooby-Doo film that actually focuses and showcases a lot of what they call Shaggy slash Daphne moments, if you will, of them together. And that is Scooby-Doo and the Legend of the Phantasaur. And basically it's good because you have basically Shaggy you basically use that classic hypnotism kind of deal to where if you hear a word, you act like you're supposed to act, and when you hear it again, you go back to where you were. So that's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. And again, for any Shaggy Daphne supporters, this is the movie they would recommend. Then here we have Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. I have this on VHS. I was contemplating, taking my mom's DVD VCR combo player, putting it in my room like I've done before, and recording the VHS onto DVD. But then I figured, you know what? It'd be better if I just rent the DVD fab it, and go from there, and that's what I did. So there's the Witch's Ghost. Then we have Scooby-Doo, Where's My Mummy? Scooby-Doo, Pirates Ahoy! Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. The thing about Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase is I did record it from VHS to DVD back when I was in Kansas through my VCR that I have in my room in my ILO recorder, but it didn't turn out so. It turned out good, but even so, you could still hear a bit of air and all that, but it was all right. It was okay, but I figured I wanted to get a better, if not clearer version, and that's why I went with this. And the same could be said for, and I apologize for the bird in the background, and the same could be said for Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. From VHS to DVD, and then just decided to rent the DVD. Hold on for a second, folks. Sorry about that, folks. Had to put the bird in the other room. For some odd reason, they like to make noise when you're doing videos, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I was saying about Zombie Island. Just like with Cyber Chase, I recorded this from the VHS to DVD through my VCR and ILO recorder. Turned out good and everything, but I wanted a clearer version, if you will, and I decided to rent the movie, and, well, the rest is history, if you know what I mean. But that's a lot of the Scooby-Doo that I have, if you will. That's a bunch of the Scooby-Doo that I have. And now we're going to get into some very interesting, some other ones as well. First, we'll start off with these two. These two right here are Thief and the Cobbler. This is the Miramax version, and this is the, I think, Mark II or Mark III version, Mark II or Mark III version of the recobbled cut. Now, they turned out all right. The only problem, ladies and gentlemen, the only problem is that, okay, here's the deal. These were both on YouTube in full length. I used KeepVid to download them. I basically copied the link of both videos, used KeepVid, then used KeepVid to download them. What happened was I had to transfer them from FLV files, flash video files. I had to convert them, I should say, not transfer, but convert them into AVIs. What happened, though, was not very well. I mean, the picture turned out good. This actually started out all right for a little bit. But just like this one, it started to get to a point where the audio was failing. Well, not failing, but was off of the scene. Basically, the audio wasn't matching up with the scene. This was almost like it throughout the beginning. This, like I say, started out all right, but as you got throughout most of the film, it started to act that way. It started to lose its audio. The scenes weren't matching up. So, but I still kept them just in case, you know, learn from your mistakes kind of deal. Backups, if you will. So we'll put these right here. Then here we have my Raccoons cartoons. The Raccoons, in case you don't know, were a cartoon series and franchise that began in 1980 and ran for the next 12 years. They started out as specials, then they went from specials to a television series that ran from 1985 to 1991-92. And the thing about the Raccoons is they really evolved from what they were. I mean, because technically the specials just focused on the main characters and, you know, them trying to protect the forest and stuff, and you had some human characters. But as time went on, they completely changed and went in a different direction. Now, the cartoons I have on here, I have two specials. I actually have two specials here. The two specials are right here. If I can hold it up. The two specials are right there. On Ice, Raccoons on Ice, and Let's Dance. On Ice was actually the second, I think the second to last one that was aired on syndicated, if not network television, as a primetime special. And then Let's Dance was a direct-to-video special. So, and Let's Dance actually sometimes would get, during the Raccoons series, would sometimes get broadcasted as part of the circulation. Same with On Ice, I believe. Now, here, the episodes are right here that I have. Episodes that I have here are Spring Fever, Moving In, Join the Club, and Go for the Gold. Now, what these all have in common is they're all Lisa-oriented. That's right, Lisa Raccoon-oriented. Basically, Lisa Raccoon introduced in Spring Fever, which was the fourth season, 1989, and became an integral part of the show, starting with Moving In the fifth season, and throughout. These are all basically centered episodes around her, Bert, and the other characters. And they're really good. They're really, really good. So, but yeah, basically I had these on a DVD-ROM. Yeah. Basically I went, okay, here's the deal. I went online when you could do a torrent and all that. I went online and I was able to get this, I was able to get these off a torrent, some of these episodes. And throughout the years, when I was living in Kansas, and this was when I was living in Kansas. So when I was living in Kansas, I had a couple of variety disc DVDs that I would do for Saturday mornings. One of the in some of them I would have some room. So basically, I would add some of the raccoon episodes. Like one, I added Go for the Gold, Join the Club, and I believe another one that I've yet to put onto a DVD just yet, and that is The One That Got Away. Other ones that I've added were on their own, in their own individual DVDs. Like, not individual, but on their own, just like a single episode on the DVDs. And that was Moving In and Spring Fever. So I decided, after a while, because I kind of get this way. I kind of start thinking about a franchise I'm a fan of, and that I started thinking, man, I should get back into it and really start supporting it again. And so I figured, you know what? I was thinking about it, and I figured, and I thought to myself, you know what? Lately, I've been using the DVD maker to really get a lot of these things together in one place so I can watch them. So I decided I was going to do the same with the raccoons, and that's what I've done. So this is my Raccoons Cartoons DVD, the first one. There is going to be another I got to make, but that'll be later on down the road. But yeah, this fits. The only disadvantage about Windows DVD Maker is it only gives you 2 hours and 50 minutes. So this is just about around that time frame. 10 minutes less, I should say. Or 10 minutes less than 250. So there's that. Then right here, we have Superman Unbound. I got this through Redbox yesterday. I was considering buying it, but then I decided when I was leaving Walmart to look at Redbox to see if they had it, and they did. So I rented it, DVD fabbed it, and now I have Superman Unbound. And speaking of DVD fabs, I have a new anime series to my collection. I think some of you guys may have heard of it. It's called Paradise Kiss. It's basically based on a manga of the same name. It's basically what they call an anime dramedy. Kind of an anime romance dramedy. Comedy and drama, whatever. And it looks really good. There's no doubt about it. I haven't watched it all, but it looks really, really good. I mean, the animation is fluid. It looks really detailed. It just looks like the kind of anime that when you look at it, for the first time you see hits, glimpses here and there that you just got to check it out yourself to see, how good it could, to see if maybe the story itself lives up to what is, to basically what the animation that you see lives up to. And obviously, from what I could tell, it does live up to it. It does live up to it. So I highly recommend, if you've not seen Paradise Kiss yet, if you have not seen this anime, check it out. But this is courtesy of my Netflix account, and they're all basically DVD fab. And then last but not least, this I got out of the $5 bin. This is an 8-movie kids pack. And this is released this year. Yeah, 2013. Released this year by Echo Bridge Home Entertainment. Echo Bridge is kind of like Mill Creek. And basically they're associated with Miramax and other studios. Mostly Miramax. And some independent stuff. Like this one's not Miramax, but the rest are. Majority of what's on here are Miramax releases. So what's on here? Well, right here you can pretty much see what's on there. We have Hugo, Go Hugo Go. We have Tropical Island Hum, which is Paul McCartney. We have Thief and the Cobbler, the Miramax version. We have The Adventures of Tom Thumb and Thumbelina. We have Hugo, the movie star. We have Paul McCartney's Rupert and the Frog Song. We have the Moomin in Midsummer Madness. We have Paul McCartney's Tuesday. Now you might say to yourself, well, wait a minute. Those Paul McCartney ones, a majority of them, are mostly just little shorts. They don't count. That is true. That is true. They probably don't count. Tuesday is the only one that's actually got any minutes. Tuesday runs for about 43 minutes, released by Miramax. And then, of course, you have Rupert and the Frog Song. And then you have Tropical Island Hum. So, yeah, you might say, well, it's kind of false advertising because two of them are not really movies. That's true. That is true. But think of them as two featurettes that you see before a movie. That's the way I look at it. Think of them as the two featurettes that you see before a movie. Now, you might say, well, how can they do this? How long is this? Well, it's right there. It says it's over 6 hours. It's essentially 404 minutes. So you're looking at basically 6 hours and 45, almost 6 hours and 45 minutes worth of a movie. And you might say, well, you could do that on your own. Really? You can do that on your own? The only DVD recorders that I know that allow you to go beyond 6 hours are the kind like what I have. And that lets you go into 13 hours at most. But here you go. Here's the DVD right there. And the menu is very simple. It's just, when the menu comes up, it's just the titles of the film, and you can click on them. And yes, Tropical Island Hum and Rupert, and I believe that's about it. I believe, okay, the Paul McCartney stuff, all this here is all in one section. As you can see, Paul McCartney's name is up above both of them. These are all, I think, in one section, while the rest are on their own. So they're all in one section. But it is worth it. Yeah, you may say it's kind of false advertising because it's not really 8 movies. It's basically about 6 movies. Yeah, that's true. But again, even though these are like featurettes, they do count them as movies. And you gotta admit, it is kind of cool to be able to have all this on one DVD. All this on one DVD. So you gotta admit, it is kind of cool to have this all on one DVD. And if they do a Blu-ray of this, which I think they should, if Echo Bridge, because Echo Bridge does do Blu-rays, they should do a Blu-ray. They should. So I highly recommend that. For $5 at a Walmart or wherever you shop at, get this. It'll definitely be worth your time. It'll be worth your kids' time. They'll enjoy it. They'll get a lot of good, not above average, but a lot of good average kid movies that they can enjoy. So that's all I have to say on it. I thank you all for watching this DVD update, this big DVD update, obviously, by the way you could tell by the time and all that. And that's about it, and I will talk to you all later. Comment below, and God bless.